Okay, folks, welcome to t.b.a. Ceramics, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my shimpo Aspire wheel, and then I'm going to throw something on it. The shimpo wheel, the shimpo Aspire wheel, is a tabletop wheel that is actually really good overall. Personally, what it comes with is two of these plastic bats, an instructional DVD, which I watched and is actually pretty good, and well, that's about it. Things I love about it. It's quiet, it's compact, it's powerful enough for mugs, bowls, cups, and larger bowls. It is fairly intuitive. It plugs nicely into a 110 wall. As far as weight goes, I'm going to say it's under 20 pounds. I haven't weighed it, and I could look that up, but I'm not going to, because I'm willing to bet almost everybody's going to put it someplace and leave it there. Is this a good wheel for you? Well, that depends. Are you a production potter? Then this would be a good backup to have around. Something for a trimming second wheel if your first wheel goes down, or for a student to use. Are you a home potter or a hobbyist? This is a great little wheel for you. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Will let you throw small things whenever you want to. It is light enough. If your studio has to be taken down, it can be moved around. And the splash pan is pretty good at keeping stuff from getting everywhere, to a point. And, okay, now, how quiet does it run? Turn it back on. That is unladen full speed. It's a very quiet wheel. Okay, now, things I don't like about it. Personally, I have a little trouble getting the bats to settle, so every once in a while I get a clack when I'm throwing. And the adjustment knob doesn't engage until about halfway up. It still gives me my full range of use, it's just a very short throw between it. Okay, now let's throw something. Okay. This is about a 1 pound ball, and I always start out my throwing days like this, with a 1 pound ball, just to see how am I centering today, how am I throwing today. This is a good little practice to get in. Get it as close to the middle as possible. And slap it down 3 or 4 times to set it. Now take, if you've got a large sponge like this, half a sponge is enough. Water. Turn your wheel up high speed, but not too high. A little more water because we tossed a bunch off of the wheel head. That happens with plastic wheel heads. Now the way I center, I rest my elbow into my hip on my left hand, put that against the clay, and then I take my right hand and I make a flat. And then I lean my weight forward. And I just try and force it centered. Now see, I'm already drying out. This is the effect of the plastic bag. And I'm pretty far out. So I'm going to clean my hands off, add a little more water, come back in. Now, some people, they center like this, where they cone up and then push back down. And then cone up and then push back down. I've never had a whole lot of luck centering like that. I'm better like this. And see, I've got a wallop on the bottom that doesn't want to center. I got a wallop on the top that doesn't want to center. Okay, now that's a pretty decent centering job. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Take a second, clean off your wheel head. Now, one thumb over the other, feel the center. My top's not perfectly flat, so this is going to wobble, and I just need to try to prevent that. And just try and get down as close to the middle as you can. No, I'm going pretty deep because this is a little one, so it's not going to have a whole lot. And I'm going to drag out as flat as I can. Okay, now add a little water. And both thumbs and just drag out. Now I can really feel where I came in off center, but that's okay because we're going to deal with that. Flatten down your top. Bring this down to highway speed. Now set your knuckles. And I found my bad spot. Now I'm going to shape the inside a little bit. Clean off my slippy hands. And drag up. Knock your top down. I'm not really actually pulling up. I'm squeezing and just bringing my hands up to place the clay on top. Collar in. Come up. Now remember when I told you I could feel the off center? That's where it is. Now I'm going to do 2 more pulls. There's 1. 2. Collar it in once, just for easiness. Now, how do we take care of that big old lip? Take your needle tool, make sure it's clean, right below where it comes in, and just take it and gently push it in until you go all the way through and drag it off the top. That also allows you to see how thick your piece is. Now we're just going to drag that up once. Now I'm going to take off the bottom and I'm going to drag that to the top and thin out that top a bit. One last pull, and oh yeah, I got a squidgy spot in there that I'm gonna have to hit. Get your rib that we didn't clean off last time. Clean your rib off if it's dirty. Always clean your tools, folks. Okay, that's clean enough for what we're gonna do. Take your rib and just keep it at an angle and run it up the piece. I put some lines on there. Now if I want to take the lines off, I just take the rib and run out to it. Now we take our sponge and we sponge out the inside. And I need to trim my nails because I just caught the edge with my nail. Okay. And to clean the edge, little piece of plastic bag. Now we form a lip. Take our knife, start out like this, cut off a big old chunk. Sometimes I leave that lip, sometimes I don't. If I do, I ignore it, I'll cut it off later. Just do that. Now if you leave that lip and you don't want to deal with it later, one thing you can do, clean off your rib. And just rib it off. I made a wallop. I will clean that back up. Okay. That's my bad, but then again, this isn't meant to even ever leave my studio. And it's an easy off one because it was so thin I cut it off with the knife. No, still needs the cutter. Okay. Cut it off. And it's little, it's ugly. What does it tell me about how I'm throwing today? Impatiently and slightly off center. If you're going to throw again, you can change bats, or you can just turn your wheel head on and scrape off. Take a sponge. Clean it. I usually do both sides of the sponge. Okay, turn your wheel off. Remove the bat. If you're done for the day, take your bat off. Take your splash pan off and empty it into your bucket. Knock off your trim pieces. Well, you got the splash pan off, give a wipe underneath it. Give a wipe inside the splash pan, try and get off any big chunks of clay that may have formed. Give a wipe. Clean up your sponge. Give a wipe to your actual wheel head. Get all the clay off of it. And you just do this to keep your wheel nice. Just wipe off all the spots where you got big sludges of clay. Just keep your wheel nice. You keep a good wheel nice, and it will treat you well for years. Well, anyway, thanks for coming. One of these days you're actually going to get to see me throw something good. Actually, my next video, I am going to show you the process I learned how to center with. And that'll get me throwing much better. But anyway, thanks for coming. Have a wonderful day. Remember, we're here to have fun. Please like, share, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Remember the Patreon down below. If you are able, contribute. I'm going to add a couple new levels. I'm going to bring the Discord down. For $1, you can become part of the Discord community. For a couple of bucks, you get access to special videos. For a couple of more dollars, you get access to other special videos. And so forth, all the way up. Thank you. This has been Amelia with t.b.a. Ceramics. Have a wonderful day.